Coming up on today's episode, Herentals College make it 5 games without defeat in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League. We preview the tricky upcoming clash against Ngezi Platinum Stars. It's go time as Herentals Queens return to action after the mid-season break. And on the spotlights today, Mfakose Bread Stanley Murove talks up his football journey and his love for cartoons. This is the Herentals Football Show. Last week, Ravamburi made a long trip to Gibo Stadium, deep down in the Lowveld, for a date against one of the informed teams in the league. Manica Diamonds have emerged as a surprise package in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League this season. Heading into the match, the Gem Boys had won 3 matches on the trot to cement their tag as the dark horses of the season. Herentals, on the other hand, were also undefeated in 4 games and relishing the chance to peep the unlikely title contenders on home soil. Since the second half of the season got underway, the men in pink have worked their way into the top 8 of the table and are patiently knocking on the door to the top 4. Against Manica Diamonds, a lot was at stake for both teams as fans started trickling into the stadium. It was a treat for the neutrals, but a very crucial match for the 2 teams involved. But what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Coach Kumbira Mutwekuziwa gave an insight.
The Greenfield game was not an easy one. It was a tough, just like also today's game against Manica Diamonds. But we look forward that we keep our momentum. We got the belief and also the mindset is positive always, having won several games before. That one its own is keeping us going. So we got the belief, we got the faith, and we got the drive to keep on collecting maximum points, which we look forward also today. But it's not an easy one, it's a tough one. Last time we drew. Today is another day, in, another venue, and at the same time we plan to have the best attack ever that we always try to do when we face such teams. To get the goal and also to defend well. This is what we normally work around on. Our transition has to be at its best, moving forward and also backwards always. We have to be solid. We have to work for clean sheets always. This is what we just plan around so that we can get the best result from today's match.
The war cries were shouted and the battle lines were drawn, and the stage was set for what was always going to be an undoubted thriller. The action rolled thick and fast with the Gem Boys asking questions of the students. The students found themselves a goal down thanks to Talent Chamboko at the break, and it was left to the coaches to decide the next move. A throw of the dice in the second half saw the students making changes, and as has become their habit, it was the impact players who shook things up, with Stanley Murove finishing off a team move to end the students a valuable point on the road. Here's some of the action. After their heroics against Manica Diamonds, Matchday 21 beckoned with another form team calling in the form of second-placed Ngezi Platinum Stars. The last time out, the two teams played out one of the contenders for matches of the season, a dramatic 6-goal thriller at the Baobab Stadium as the students rode back from 2 goals down to take a 3-2 lead before Ngezi equalized in the dying stages. Tafazwa Jim was the hero of the day with his brace off the bench illuminating Matchday 14.
Ngezi settled first and were duly rewarded as early as the 6th minute with Tapio Mandinyenya opening the scoring. Mandinyenya connected well to a Walter Vuo cross and with good composure, he made no mistake for Ngezi's first. With 25 minutes gone, Ngezi got their second as Tinotenda Murasirano burst into the box before unleashing a ferocious shot into the roof of the net. With the scoreline greeting 2-0 in favor of the hosts at halftime, it looked an insurmountable task for Here. Changes made by Herentals coach Kumbirai Mutrokuzi proved to be the masterstroke as Tafatswa Jimu scored one back for the students in the first minute. This was Jimu's second goal of the season after getting his first against Manica Diamonds last weekend. Jimu was back to haunt Ngezi again as he scored his second of the day in the 65th minute. Vamburi surged ahead with 15 minutes to full time, with Jimu again in the thick of things, but this time his shot was turned in by Ngezi's Gareth Madake to give Herentals a 3-2 lead.
As the students prepare for the big game, a sense of belief seemed to be running through the team, and the coach believes that the team's great run at home at Mandava Stadium might stretch on against Madamburo, who will be aware that a win will take them to the top of the log standings.
A certain venue like what we've been doing, we look at it and try to have the confidence around the use of that pitch. Like also the boys, they have got that familiarity that they have with Mandawa at the moment, and that on its own is going to give us the advantage. But we don't look much into advantages of pitches, but we just look at the confidence that is brought by playing there, and also the confidence being brought by being at home to face Ngezi Platinum. That on its own is the advantage that we feel we have at the moment.
Despite the advantage of home comforts, nothing is taken for granted as the Herentals team appreciates what's at stake.
Takatosimba zvese because patakatama na last tembe takatora na 3-3 takaita mablanda because tikwanise kuisa 2. So this time totoshingira for a clean sheet. Patanyashanda ndikuti takakwanisa kuweza ngatifana kugowiswa kana kuchiwa team yatenge tatonoti iri kutikura tofana toshingira totobata kana draw tukwanise ku maintain position, but dzese dziri kumusoro kokutozishingirira
Teams, they are different. There are other teams that might be hard to another team, but that might not be hard to you. But in Ngezi at the moment, it's a tricky customer. They are doing very well, chasing the championship again. And we are going there as underdogs. But they should not underestimate us. We have to go and fight for points. We need to keep our status quo in the Premiership and also try to move up the ladder. So we are going there geared for a good fight with them. But we know it's going to be a very, very difficult encounter facing them with their current form at the moment. But our history against them is not bad. We sometimes look at it and try to use it to utilize the match as we are going to face them there at Mandawa. So at the moment it's 50-50 as I can look, but we are geared. We have to fight for points at the same time and also try to derail their intentions. We have to be good at the same time.
As we inaugurate this new premises or this new building, we are embarking on a new journey, all my fellow students. Herentals has been there providing quality education to us all students. As we know, we are celebrating our Silver Jubilee. This has shown a significance that Herentals has made 25 years of providing quality education. That's why it is still in running. We want to thank you all that have worked hard for the past 25 years to provide this education that we did not expect. We thank you.
Parents, guardians, teachers, and all my fellow students.
My name is Lindsay Nota, and they are my colleagues.
My name is Pilania Matsmanga.
My name is Nadine Mandel.
We are all grade 5 learners. We are here to recite our poem titled, Who Am I?
Tears of joy running down my cheeks. Oh wait, I can't believe my eyes. Welcome to Herentals, where we rise, rise, and rise. Take a sip from a pool, you won't think twice.
Just about 2 decades ago, just a little girl, I was so little in the eyes of many. But look at me now, 25 is the story.
Here am I, celebrating Silver Jubilee, 25 years of progress and prosperity. Knowledge and wisdom lingers in my veins. Come join me and let us rise.
Oh, dear friends, dear parents, dear Zimbabwe, with Herentals, you rise and rise and rise.
May we kindly move towards that area written reception there where there's the ribbon. May you kindly move towards that. Our SMC, our regional heads, may we join them. Our heads, may we join. Our teachers, may we join. Also our parents, our esteemed parents, may you also join and witness the official opening of Herentals Private School in Hatfield.
Tinowane kutenda kwakanyanyisa chaizvo kune Herentals group of schools. tisingakanganwi our revered scholar, our hero, Professor I.G. Benza, for leading a team that has been able to get us this far. Tinostenda, we don't take anything here for granted. We don't take anything for granted. Tichakuremembai pane zvose. Tichafamba tese kosvika tisvike patinosvika. Tichivhura masenders all over.
The birth of Herentals Hetfield as a new branch is indeed a materialization, a fulfillment of our vision for 2023, that is celebration, construction, and growth. And indeed, the birth of this center today is a testimony of the fulfillment of that theme. We are indeed very grateful to our partners in business, FBC Bank, for their presence and that partnership, which has seen the birth of this center today.
Speedy winger Prince Chama celebrated his birthday during the week at a time when the player is enjoying a rich vein of form. With his stars seeming to align at this stage of the season, one might wonder what was on the big man's mind on his birthday. After some light-hearted interactions with his good friends, the fan favorite also opened up on his season so far.
My personal wish was to win the Chibuku Super Cup and to finish in the top 4 in the league. Because the last year I feel like we were there. So I think this year we have another chance to prove what we were champions last year. You can say that my targets are this year and last year. So if I don't stop in a game, I will be targeting it. If I don't score, I should assist.
The Herentals Under-20 Division 1 side were sitting pretty on third position on the log standings, and their fantastic run of form has seen them maintain their favourites' tag in the title race. With over half the season played, it's cards on the table as the top teams battle for the big prize and promotion to the top flight. A battle against Ngezi Platinum Stars Under-19 side loomed on Friday for the young students, and with Madamburo winning the reverse fixture 1-0, revenge was not far off the agenda for the young students.
Yes, we've got to revenge, but we've got to correct 3 points. They took 3 points from us, so we've got to take 3 points again from them. These youngsters, when playing big games, they lift up their game, and playing the lower teams, they come too relaxing. So for this game, we are heads up for everyone. Everyone is fit now. We've got 100% fitness of the guys. Everyone is there for selection. From where we were last season, I think this season we've got a small advantage. We've got new youngsters coming in, and they're preparing to go into the Premier League. They're fighting for the honors. They're doing well.
Yeah, pagame remse Friday. Tukuenda ikoko tichitoda win. Because kana vakakwanisa kuti tikapamba pedu atingambowasiya kumba pawo. Chitarisawo kuti tiri vanhu vari kupinda muresi yekuti tinge tichitopinda muPSL. Saka ikoko we are going for a win. Apa rachitombotimisa. At this time, last year takaita mistakes pagame resimba. Tofunga ndo patakatanga kudzikira kuenda pasi. So this year mistakes here hatitoita. Timu yacho iri pamusoro izvezvi tinayo. sezvo magames achiripo tikutarisira kuti patinosangana nayo tinenge tichingovadya tichiramba chikwira kusvika tapamusoro. Ya mamwe mateammates angu ndongoti pavari kusvika ipapa vanofanira kungosvika vachipindawo mune vamwe sezvo tine mawinning atinawo kubva pamagames atatanga second round apa. Tirongoramba tichingovati ngavangoramba vachipusha sezvo tirongoramba tichiita izvozvo kusvikira taita tapinda PSA. Season iyi takatarisawo mamedal northern region. Last year takapedza tiri panumber 2, so this year target yedu ndeyekupedza taita tapinda. Ndomatargets atinawo this year tiri munorthern.
Towering defender Malvin Chiteta has been a rock in the Herentals defense. His commanding presence has always been an intimidating factor for opponents and a calming assurance for his teammates. At the other end of the pitch, Webster Dombo has continued his mercurial form, and the two players weighed up the match.
Chiripo pachikunu chongoti susu tingokolekta 3 points saka titoenda nezvese nefocasa nekuita sekuwina because last time tabodrowa first game resecond round takawina saka tisina chekunyanya kuchikastereka titongoenda icho chita se tifocasa nekutora 3 points. Yeah, tikangowinawo pangezi papapa teno tichizotarisawo kumberi tamba chingowina patozotambona namambers papo takakwanisa futi kuwina atleast toita se toenda kudhuze topekona kupedza kana tiri patop pacho ipapo. Chekutanga ofesika kuita se kutora nzi championship then of course pamwe tikanominatwawo pama best 11 yenorthern region. Yeah, tikapedzawo season ino tichamba ball. I don't think it's going to be able to change the first team because in the point ye tamba kwa wa kuti ground zishoni kwa makoches va premier kuti wa msanga sanga chiso saka tugona kwenda
so Friday tufana tono wina game because last time wakauya kumugwedu akaturo ma points 3 points and league yanga changotanga but sezvo apa team yabatana ende tikuwina so to expect kuti musi Friday tonotora 3 points kwavo tiite sweswe kutoti vaende newina. Isusu hedu twanzokutamba kuti pedze team top 4 but this year nemamira zvikaita topedzawo tiri mudenga imomo because apa tiri panumber 4 but tikakolekta mapoints toramba hatidi kudzika kuenda kumanumber 6 or 5 but toramba toda kungopedza tiri top 4 ndo our motive sezvo tiri developmental side so toda kuramba takakwidza matembers and tofanira kuramba tiisa competition. Yeah, it's a big challenge because your Ngezi yacho is not a bad side and I think inenge tori derby Ngezi and Herentals, so it's the challenge tikufanira kuti unokolekta mapoints, it's a must win and mapoints akasiyana palo kuti akabatana so I must collect all points.
In the end, the students gave a brave fight but ultimately fell to a 1-0 defeat, with Ngezi Platinum Stars under-19 completing a double over the students who, despite the loss, live to fight another day in their quest for the title. The Herentals Queens returned to intensive training after a 3-week mid-season break in the Women's Super League. The defending champions were enjoying a well-deserved rest from league duty and recharged their batteries before continuing their onslaught on the league title. Things are tight at the top of the Women's Super League table, and the coaches wasted no time in getting their ladies ready.
Okay, the first thing I would tell them is kuti vanofana kuramba vakatsika pavanga vakatsika, and we have to push hard. Everything we do, we have to push hard, put some extra effort, which is good.
Feated and flying high, but sometimes the coaches are far from pleased with the style of play. Despite that, Coach Simbara Shededza believes the ladies have turned a corner from their last match.
Okay, going to the second round, we want to do better, to continue where we left from good form, also scoring goals. So our aim is to improve from the first season. There are big teams and also better teams. Those kinds of teams are making the league strong and exciting because they are also competing and they are also strong sides. So the competition is very exciting and all the games are very exciting, which is a positive in terms of women's football in Zimbabwe.
The coach's optimism is also echoed by the leading names in the team who are seeing beyond the bigger picture.
Takadzidzawo kuti sometimes atifanira kurasha especially kuma last minutes tatangorasha so pfungwawo dzinenge dzamboitoka kudhakwa so tifanira kunyatso stabilize kuti zvinhu zvese zvive in process like pa last game rechapungu takazoconsider last minutes because taatine pressure so tifanira kudzidza ku handle that pressure and rungotaura kuti zvatiri kuenda kudisadvantage yeground kuti tisatye tisaite pressure tongotamba normal game normal football atinongotamba iroro hapana ndii kutya kuti azoenda kuchapungu kuti azotamba nechapungu chapungu it's a big team aizo team iri tongoti nyete kubhora noti nyete aisi team yakatakwa saka tinotoitora sebig team but tinofanira kungoenda tisine self confidence endurance power and energy saka tifanira kuenda tichitya.
Our motto zvandinowanzoita ndezvekuti it's just my points mashoma. If I am not mistaken, it's just one game we will go on top again. So asi zvinhu zvekuti tinozvipa pressure kana kuti chi isusu what we do is tinoti team iri pamusoro pedu tinofanira ngoti patosangana nayo tozvityira team yedu tosvitambira magames edu ndo zvatinowanzoita.
Striker Maudi Mafulute has been in red-hot form and currently leads the Golden Boot race with 20 goals at the halfway stage of the season. Despite being one of the hottest players in the league right now, the star player is keeping her feet firmly on the ground and focused on the team ahead of personal achievements.
Tichapusha kuti tiwane 3 points. Ndozvandautaura 3 points ndodzatirongoda. Hatisida kana 1 point, 3 points ndodzatichashandira musi for a start. 3 points. Faith ne believe ndinazvo kuti ndinoramba ndiri pamusoro competition iripo noti magoals acho takasiyana ma 14-15 otodoti vanhu vari kuita sei vari kuuya but manje gap rangu ratinaro manje ndicharamba ndingoti rirambe richikwira graph racho tichashanda hainini chandongotaura pazveseka tichashanda kuti tidzokere paposition yendichaipo panumber 1 tigarepo kuti ndopedu ipapo nokuti kumanumber 3 uku kwatiri uku hakusi kwedu totoda tofaita kuti tirambe tiri kugohwina magames edu ese tirambe tiri panumber 1 ndopatiri kuda ipapo.
On the spotlights this week, Stanley Murove gives us a peek into his life beyond the 90 minutes. A technically superior player on the pitch with a generous hint of craftiness about him, the player fondly known as Stego also shows us his softer side away from his beloved football.
Zvakatangira kumshowana ndisi. Patakapinza mshowani pepe. Patatamba naye mshowani, patatamba naye. Unfortunately azobuda zvayo. Tava mshowani, vataenda kuGMB. GMB takangotamba neHerentals D1. Vana vandaonekwawo na coach Paul. Wava vachiuya kuHerentals 2019 andi. Vaipapo zvava zvatanga ngoflowa tiri mumwe. Coach vakachimupa trust yawo chingotamba chena kusukana natso izvezvi takutotembwawo kuti tikapinza Stegos zvinofaya. Magubhura anonetsa kutaura but ndichangotiraya kuti awedzere awandi. Magubhura ndikakupromisa ndikechinyewa. Simba apa Simba takamaisa vanhu anzani nauche mulingi meme vakashaya vakatadza kuziva zvekufamba sei.
From the outside looking in, success seems simple and straightforward. However, the reality cuts a different picture as extreme dedication and effort is invested in perfecting the craft. And for Vavamburi, the purple patch they are enjoying is the manifestation of the intensive work behind the scenes. Until next time, this is the Herentals Football Show. Do join us again next week, and thank you for watching.